guys, and welcome back to Denise's Beauty Corner. Today I needed to get ready and I thought, hey, why don't I take you guys with me when I'm doing a full face using only drugstore makeup, and I'm gonna do this real time and a talk through. So now I don't have anything on my face except my brows, and that is because I just got out from the shower and I'm using Wonder Brow, and I put on Wonder Brow yesterday and it's staying pretty good, so maybe I will touch up a little bit in the end. That's why I have my brows on, but except from that I don't have anything on my face. So I'm gonna go through and put some makeup on, so let's get started. So first things first, I'm gonna use a primer, and I'm using the L'Oreal Lumi Magic Primer, and I do really love this primer. It gives me a lot of moisture, and I have super dry skin. This is just a very good drugstore option to moisturize and get luminess in my skin. So I really like that one, so I have that in my whole face. And the foundation I'm gonna use today is another favorite of mine. It's the e.l.f. I don't even know if this has any name. It's in the shade Sand, and it's the e.l.f. Oil-Free Sun Protection 15 Sunscreen. I cannot find a name on it, but it's this one. It comes in a container like this. I love this foundation. So I'm just gonna pump 2 pumps here, 1 on my cheek. Since I'm super dry, I don't put so much foundation on my forehead because I go in with a brush. I tend to get like super dryness going on there. So I'm just gonna put this on like this, and then I will go on with a Real Technique sponge. And I'm doing this also because I am so dry. So if I go in only with a brush, I feel like I don't get so much moisture that I need. Don't forget to drag your foundation down on your neck so it's matching. And if I only go in with a beauty blender, I feel like the beauty blender or the Real Technique sponge, I feel like it's taking a lot of coverage out from the foundation. So this is how I like to do it. I like to go in first with the brush like this. And when I have worked most of the foundation in around my ears and down my neck, I go in with my dampened sponge. Usually I use the beauty blender, but today, since this is drugstore, I'm using my Real Technique sponge. I do really love that one as well. So now I'm just damping all over where I put the foundation. And I feel like this is really helping me to get more moisture into my skin. So just damping it all over. Something like this. And I'm gonna do the same thing with my concealer. And the concealer I'm gonna do is also a favorite. It's the Maybelline Age Rewind. So since I'm doing a little more cover today than on a normal, like, everyday basis, this is a little more cover. I am gonna drag it down, take a little bit, and I have some blue veins here. I don't know if you can see now since I put foundation, so I'm taking my concealer up a little bit just to cover them up. So what I'm doing is I'm going in with a brush, and this is my favorite for concealer. It's the Morphe M335. So I'm starting by just working in the concealer, and I am using this brush to just press it into my skin. And I am working the under areas last, so I'm working in the concealer everywhere before. Then I'm starting to work it on my eyes, and then under my eyes. And I'm not swiping it so much, I'm mostly pressing it. In some areas, like here down in the bottom, I'm swiping it out to get like the concealer working together with the foundation. Other than that, I'm mostly damping it Now I'm going in with the Real Technique sponge again and just damping everywhere where I put the concealer. I'm using this Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus Line Pressed Powder, and I'm going in with a dense brush first, just like in my inner corner and underneath my eyes, and then I'm just making sure I don't have any lines before I set my concealer. So I like to use this dense brush just like around my eyes, and then I go in with a little fluffier, little bigger brush and just setting my whole under eye area on my eyelids. And that is the only place I set my eyes with a powder like this, because since I said I'm super dry, but I don't want to have any tacky feeling to my face, so I am gonna go in with a radiant powder, and it's gonna give it a lot of sheen. And since this is Drugstore, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Radiant palette, and I'm gonna go in with this one. And this is very comparable to the Hourglass Ambient Lightening Powder. So I'm taking a big fluffy brush, and I'm just grabbing that powder and going all around my face. And it's gonna give me some radiance, and it's also gonna take down a little bit of the tacky feeling, so everything else is going on more smooth. So for contouring, I'm taking my Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour, and I'm going in with this little more cool tone. And I am using a Milani. This is a blush brush, but I love to use it as contouring. So I'm damping my brush in there. I'm looking where I have my cheekbones and going just underneath. And going up a little bit on my cheeks. And I like to take it around my hairline to blend it out a little bit. And under my, same on the other side. Makeup Revolution is such a good drugstore brand. They have so affordable prices and the quality is so good. So when I feel I've blended that out, I'm gonna go back into the Radiant palette. I'm gonna go in with a bronzy tone here on the same brush. I'm just gonna go very like sloppy over my where I just contoured. That is just to give it a little more glow. So I'm gonna go in and work with the eyes. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by using the Catrice, and this is an eyebrow palette, but I'm using it as eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go in with the middle color here on a big fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna do a very basic simple eye today. So I'm going in my crease area and just making sure that I get this color all over my crease, just to get some dimension on my eyes. Then I'm taking the lightest color in that palette and I'm going on top of it, just underneath my brow bone. Going into the middle color once more and just adding some more dimension. Then I'm taking a smaller brush and I'm going into that middle color again, and I am gonna look up and put it in my outer corners of my eyes. So I'm not putting it all the way underneath my eyes, just in the outer corners. this Wet n Wild, and this is the Comfort Zone, and I'm going in with this like warm tone little golden color, and I'm taking, for this one I'm gonna use not drugstore option, I'm gonna use my MAC 242 because I feel like that is the best way to get pigments that is the best way to get pigmentation out of shimmery shadows. So I'm going in with that one, and I'm gonna just slap it all over my lid. I cannot understand that Wet n Wild is so good for the price. It's like high-end quality for a drugstore price. So I'm just putting that all over my lid, and I'm doing the same on the other eye. So just getting it all over the lid. Make sure to blend it up a little bit. This is just a very easy eye look. And I'm going in with a big fluffy brush on top of it with no extra product. I'm just blending it in the crease area. Like this. And then I'm going in with a lighter color underneath on my MAC 242 brush and just putting it in the inner corners and a little bit on the inner part of the lid. Just putting on some mascara that is going to make the lashes go together with my fake eyelashes more. And then we're going to pop on some fake eyelashes. I'm using the Ardell Whispers today. And just pop the eyelashes on. You can do this look without any eyelashes. I just feel like you get more of a pop if you put on eyelashes. It's a little more time, effort to put on lashes, but the end result is just way much better in my opinion. So the only thing I'm gonna do with the eyes now is to pop on some mascara on my lower lash line. Some eyeliner in my waterline. I'm using this Wet n Wild. It's the Wet n Wild Kohl liner, and this is super black, and I'm putting it on my lower lash line and on my upper lash line. And I like to put it on the upper lash line because I find that the eyeliner is staying much longer during the day if I put on both the upper and the lower lash line. Next step is blush, and I'm using Milani Baked Blush in Berry Amore. I'm using a brush like this, just putting on the blush, and I like to take my blush up a little bit. I think it gives the face a lift. So I'm putting it on my cheekbones and then up. I think it's very flattering to the face. And then lastly I'm going in with some highlighter. I'm gonna use this Physicians Formula, is the Warm Nude, and I'm gonna stay in this quarter here. I'm using a brush like this, picking up some product, going on just where I want the glow on top of my cheekbones. I think also this highlighter is so good for the price. Same on the other side. And I wanted to have a little extra pop in my inner corner, so I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna go in the lightest color and just pop in extra highlighter in my inner corner and underneath my brow bows. And now I have got some product on my eyebrows, so I'm gonna go in and I'm going into the Catrice brow contour once again, and I'm picking up a little bit of the darkest color because that is pretty much the same color as my brow bone. So my camera got a little bit overheated, but what I did was I just finishing up my eyebrows. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put on some lips, and I'm just gonna keep it very simple. I am using this Rimmel, and it's in the color Birthday Suit 250. And it's a very nude color, so I'm just gonna put it on my lips. I love the nude lips. I like to have a little pop of highlighter on my lips, but that is totally optional. I think that makes the lips pops a little bit more. So I'm gonna finishing up this look with some fixing spray. I'm using the Milani Make It Last. So fixing spray is super important for me for my dry skin. So this really makes keeping the moisture in, everything. Really love it, and it takes away the powderness. So I like to just dry it like this, and then I like to actually go in and just damp a little bit, either with my damped sponge, or you can use just any sponge you have. And this is the final look. I know my hair looks super flat because I always let my hair air dry. I never blow dry it, and I just got out from the shower just before filming, so never mind my very flat, not fixed hair. I'm gonna fix that in a minute. This is the final look, and it's super easy, super simple, but yet there is a full face look with decent cover, and you have something going on the eyes. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, and I upload here every single Monday. I just hope I see you guys in my next videos, so stay tuned and hit the subscribe button before you leave. Bye!